Happy Friday. How is everyone? Friday in Ghana, bright and sunny. Good morning, Madam Jackie.
Good morning.
Bright in your colors today. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yes, I love it. I love it.
Yes, ma'am.
Can
My phone is turned up.
Happy Friday.
Can you hear me well?
I'm hearing you perfect.
Wonderful, wonderful. That means we're starting out very well today.
We're starting out
good.
Absolutely.
Yes,
And so
yes, and we gonna go straight in because Madam Jackie have to run the road today. It's Friday.
Understood. So guys, let me start off. Welcome to persons as soon as they come on the live. We're going to get the show on the road. Let me just drop in the public service announcement. We have a PSA. Guys, I want you to know, for those tuning for the very first time, Diane is content, the intention and focus is non-political, non-religious. I stand by to each his own. The purpose of my channel, guys, this journey to Ghana from day one, is to attract the diaspora to choose destination Ghana. There is no sidetracking, no distraction. Right? Attracting the diasporas to Ghana, number one, if only for a visit. Or number two, if you want to make the move, whether full-time, part-time, or half-time. Number three, persons who right now not interested in making Ghana their home anytime within, say, 5 years. 6 years or more. However, they want to be in Ghana, either through real estate or otherwise. In other words, when they have chosen to retire, they want to make sure they have something here in Ghana. And so I am referring to Diane's channel, Madam Jackie, as the resource center to Ghana for interested persons in the diaspora. And so whatever Madam Jackie and I are discussing on the live, which is a new segment to Diane's channel, the primary goal is to give you information, move you from curious, yes, so I think I want to do this.
Yeah.
Where you reach out and we go further, person to person. God is not stuck in a time warp.
No.
You know, sometimes we say we're stuck in a time warp, Madam Jackie.
Yeah.
We talk about the good old days, whether it was the 50s, 60s, or 70s, whatever is relevant to you. And then we talk about the bad old days. I am saying to you, oftentimes when you get stuck in the time warp, it prevents you in seeing ahead. It prevents you from moving forwards.
Yeah.
You are stuck and you're easily distracted by once upon a time. I say to you guys, the past for Diane is it is a reflection. It is not my present or my future in choosing destination Ghana. And so what I would hope when you tune in, what we are bringing you is the real as we can get respectfully in saying to you, I myself, 4 years in Ghana, Madam Jackie, but I speak for myself, 3+ years. I still maintain Ghana to Africa. Ghana bears much resemblance to Jamaica and other Caribbean countries. And so the diaspora, all persuasions, including the Caribbean persuasion, I am saying Ghana is that place. And Ghana is not stuck in a time war. Ghana is not stuck in a time war.
Oh, no.
And guys, before I hand over to Madam Jackie, because today when you look at the subject matter, we'll be going talking about Ghana's development. And should such a development, should the criteria be based on certain race and certain nationalities?
Yeah.
Madam Jackie will be driving the vehicle on the subject matter. Diane S will be a passenger. But before I hand over to Diane, to Madam Jackie, hand over to yourself, Diane. Yes, yeah, hand over to Madam Jackie. That was it. I'm going to share with you. I'm going to share with you guys. I want to share the insights where YouTube provides you the insights on your channel or the analytics. But what I want to share with you, come on forth. Bear with me, guys. What I want to share with you, to the audience, as it relates to two significant areas I pay attention to, Madam Jackie. I'm going to share with you the age range of those persons who tune into Diane's channel, a small channel. Yes, guys, you can on, make sure you like up this channel and put some reactions, please. And then I'm going to go to the geography. So on the age, guys, we have age 25 to 34 years, 5.4%. 35 to 44 years, 10%. 45 to 54 years of age, 19.8%. 65 and over, 31.3%. We go down to the geography. Number one, viewership, Jack.
Yeah.
38.6%. We have Ghana at 7.3%. We have United Kingdom at 4%. We have 2. We have at 0.3%. We have Trinidad and Tobago also at 0. Range, we have the young adults in. This is the country, majority from the US of A. All diasporas, I dare say. The subject matter will be pertinent to everyone because Ghana is not stuck in a time war. Over to you, Madam Jackie, as we go through. You take us through to development.
Okay, thank you so much, Diane, for giving me your platform today. Much appreciated. because I think this subject is very near and dear to both of us. Um, and with respect to your channel, since I'm your guest host, I will do my best, my utmost best, to stay away from the political realm. Although some of it does intertwine with what we're saying, but again, we're not here to debate politically. We're here to
No.
give you the facts on the ground and what we're seeing as part of the diaspora here in Ghana and the opportunities that will present themselves here for us and our fellow diasporas here in Ghana. So, one of our subject matters that we wanted to discuss today was, should it really matter who is investing in Ghana's infrastructure and the development? And for me, I will say no, it really shouldn't matter as long as Ghana will maintain its sovereignty as a nation. That is what matters to me most. But as far as the development, I really don't think it should matter because um, Ghana has been here for so long. And I think when I'm out in the streets talking to Ghanaians, I have a lot of Ghanaian friends and associates, and they welcome development. They truly welcome development. And some not even sure what development, what that would really encompass, Diane, because it is always my argument that you cannot expect someone to develop that which they have not seen. And I always describe the diasporas as kind of, you remember, I don't know if you saw that movie, Back from the Future, but as diasporans, we come here and we've seen some things out in I don't know what they call first world. And so I think it's important in order for Ghana to move forward. And I do believe Ghana is moving forward. Ghana is making a very great attempt to move forward, to become the gateway to the African continent. And I believe that they're on the right path, but we do need development in order to do that. Because if you come right now while the roads are developing and you feel like, oh my God, this is it, you're probably going to be swayed to be like, no, not for me. But you have to see the future. And I believe that there is a great future here in Ghana in terms of opportunities once the development becomes a part of it. Would you agree, Diane, on that?
Absolutely. Absolutely, Jackie. And I will
Yes,
just say before you move on that about the development
yes,
aspects of, and
yes,
I will also be reminded by those who I had on the channel who have been
yeah,
and speak when they arrive.
right.
In particular, one Jamaican spoke to the Osus and the
Mm,
cantonments.
yeah,
No, when I arrived in Ghana in 2022, I saw, I had not seen any mud houses here in the capital.
mm,
So I can only imagine what that would have looked like. So for
exactly.
me, landing here, the development
I've seen it.
took
I've
place,
seen it.
meaning in terms you have a city. When you hear persons tell you what, for example, East Legon, Antrim Ghana looked like, it was bush. So
Yes,
when you're
even since
coming
I've come.
to, which we're
Yes,
speaking about,
yes.
Ghana is not stuck in the time war in
No, it's
based on
not.
what you may think
It's not.
Africa looks like. And you are arriving in Ghana and you see. So in particular to the point to race and ethnicity
Yeah.
and nationality, yes,
Yes.
are the developers. Because if I look to my
Right.
little Jamaica, I remember Jackie and I said it, my dear mother was
Yeah.
alive
Oh
and
yes.
she's so Portmore today. My
Yeah.
mommy will die again if she came back to life. Because
Yeah.
back then, you see, I'm a city girl, was born and bred in Kingston. It
Uh huh.
was the causeway,
Yes.
trekking, right? And
Yeah.
if you look at Port More today, that is Jamaica we are speaking about.
Yeah.
Who is the toll road in Jamaica?
Exactly.
Come on, we're talking race, ethnicity, nationality as development.
Exactly.
I don't even remember something on the causeway, Jackie. I came up with some to the toll road.
And now everybody's enjoying it.
I'm traveling from Kingston to the grid, which was equated from Accra to Kumasi. A 5-hour journey easy. I used to drive it 5 hours.
Of course.
We now have what? Highway to everything, cut the route. I hand back over to you. Who built that? I am speaking specifically to the movements in Ghana as it relates to infrastructure where many of our diasporans will say, Lord and bark and bow. I came in 2022. It's now 2026. Guys, I mentioned it to you, Jackie. The flyover, I call it highway. They say no matter.
I know the flyover.
Yes.
The one right at East Lake.
I hand it back over to you, man and Jackie. Development relating to the race, nationality, ethnicity of the persons who have the finances. What we want? Because those coming in, you know, stop compare. That's your reference point. The last line with the Jackie, you made reference to the paper towel. We keep it real. But we are, the development will continue. You can't change Ghana. But there are aspects of it that are needed.
Absolutely, that you can improve.
Even the little man on the road, he may be sitting on the street. Are you going to tell me on roadside that everybody wants to remain on the roadside? There is belief that everybody wants to be elevated and rise. Over to you, madam, to continue. Sorry to interject.
No, Diane, I fully agree with you. And sometimes if you don't show people something different, they will always be stuck. You know, my motto is culture and tradition breeds stagnation. That is my new motto all the way. Culture and tradition breeds stagnation. We have to be willing and able to move forward from the status quo.
No man, Jackie, pause. When you drop the line there, that powerful, please to repeat it at least 3 times. Say that again. Culture
and tradition breeds stagnation. Culture and tradition breeds stagnation. You will be stagnant. You will not move because you are clenching to your culture and to your old traditions that have been handed down from generations and to generation. How can we just be planted like a tree?
Yes.
How can we just be planted like a tree and refuse to move? No, we have to break those cultures and traditions in order to move forward. The world has moved forward. Will you be stuck because you are just grounded in culture and tradition? No, I totally disagree with that, Diane. And like I said, I've talked to a few Ghanaians and they welcome the change. Who wants to be driving on these rough roads and all of these things? Number one, it does not help with the economy because when I could be spending more money to give my children better education that will impact our family for generations to come, I have to be spending it on car repairs. Please tell me how that makes any sense. I'm sorry, like I just don't understand. That is like, honestly, for anybody that owns a vehicle here, please, anybody listening to this, come in the chat and comment. You spend so much money every day, weekly, monthly. I have a few vehicles, and my gosh, I feel like it's better to take the taxi sometimes than because the maintenance. And it's why? Because of the roads. And the roads, you know, some people are okay. They're okay with it because it's what you've been given for so long. But to the point of, okay, who is going to come in and do those improvements and build out the infrastructure? And who is going to do that? Ghana has been independent for how long? It hasn't been done today. Let us invite those who have the willingness and the funds to do that, to drive Ghana forward, drive us forward. We're not going to be sitting in one place. I feel like the country is like the top down vehicle, them. Like you just keep doing small maintenance. You know, Diane, like I have seen a lot of change and development since I have been here. However, I
Yes.
feel as if it could be more. And I feel like, you know,
Yes.
there needs to be a campaign to embrace the changes that are necessary to really, really, really move Ghana forward. I'm very pleased to see that Ghana is getting its first real highway that will run
Yes.
all the way from Cote d'Ivoire to Lagos, Nigeria. You know, and there are other roads that will be interconnected within the country. I'm very, 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 very happy to see that. I mean, the transition is rough. I'll say, me coming from Cape Coast to Accra, it is rough. But and when I'm driving on those roads, guess who I see out there, Diane? The same ones that built the roads in our beloved country of Jamaica. I see those same people out there supervising
Yes.
the construction
Yes.
of these roads. So as we can see, it is it is necessary. It is necessary, and we as a people shouldn't let that be something that will deter us from coming to Ghana. Because where roads are built, let us remember that when the interstate highways in the United States were built, they were modeled off of the autobahn in Germany. Those same German engineers were called to come into the United States to build a highway, and we know what happened after that. Okay, development comes, economy comes, goods and commerce are able to move more rapidly and more fast. So now you have
Jobs.
the development of the country.
Jackie.
Jobs, because when there's road, people are coming to build on those roads. There are goods and services. People are coming to sell goods along those roads. You know, so let us have vision. Let us have vision. The Bible says something. I'm not a big Bible person, but the Bible says the lack of vision, the people will perish. Let us not perish, people. And for those of us in the diaspora that are able to see the vision, because we are in the future, come back to the past and bring everybody into the future and look at the opportunities that maybe some of you had missed in the other developing and emerging markets, such as Jamaica and
Yes.
even Belize. I went to Belize in 2017, and now you can buy a house in Belize for under $250,000 US on the beach. And when I went there, I was crying about $50,000. So this goes to show you. And not just that. I mean, Ghana is here for your peace, your tranquility. But you know, when you go along the famous Spintex Road in Accra, who are the shop owners? Who I mean,
Yes.
let us not. I mean, let's call it what it is. I'm not making it up. It's there. It's there, Diane. And I don't have to say, oh, it's this people or that people. Just go and visit. We know exactly who are there. Why is this place developed? And when you go behind that and you see the type of housing communities, and these are the same people who are developing the country. And yes, we have wonderful Ghanaian entrepreneurs who have come here, Black American entrepreneurs who are come here developing housing. There's such a big housing deficit in all of Africa, not to mention Ghana. Real estate, you will never lose off of real estate. My motto is God now make no more land. So let's come and grab it, because the more people, the more in demand, the more the prices are going to go up. Like we keep saying it, do not miss the boat. Do not miss the boat. Do not let, you can be a Pan African without shutting everyone else out. There's nothing wrong with that. We must
Slow
live
that
in an
down. Sorry,
integrated
Madam
society.
Jackie. Madam Jackie. I would
Yes.
like you to repeat that back again 3 times for me, please.
You can be a Pan African without shutting other people out. It does not take away from who you are as an individual, your beliefs, your culture. However, do you want to see Ghana move forward? Let us not fool ourselves. You see, I keep it 100% real. Let us not fool ourselves and into thinking that, okay, no, we don't want these people here, we don't want them here, because we're going to get a lot of the same that we're getting in the west. And no, Ghana is a sovereign nation. And I'm going to have to do my best to trust the leaders in Ghana to maintain that sovereignty. However, we want development, and that will come at some cost. And if it means that we're going to have to allow investors to bring their funds in, and those, I'm all for it. I want to see Africa rise. I want to see Africa rise. I don't want Africa to sell out itself to rise, but we just have to trust our leaders that they're going to maintain the sovereignty of the nation while allowing development and infrastructure to come into the country. You understand? Like
As sorry,
I'm,
sorry,
I'm,
sorry, Margie. Sorry.
America could not have developed without immigrants. That is just the truth. And so, you know, we have to try to embrace some of that and not just be so callous when it comes to shutting people out at the risk of developing the country. It will not serve
I will
us.
say this to
It
you.
won't serve us well. It
I
will
will
not.
say this to you, Madam Jackie, that you spoke a bit on the cars, etc.
Yeah.
But we also have pedestrians,
Yes.
people who use public transportation.
Yeah.
First, and not only Ghanaians. Okay? Whoever lives here, you do have persons use public transportation. You have
Absolutely.
persons who walk from
Yes.
point A to point
The
B,
point B.
and then those who will take private transportation, the different taxis, Ubers, etc.
Mm-hmm.
Lack of
Proper.
good infrastructure affects
Yes.
all.
Proper.
When
Yeah.
you spoke on, I wanted to touch on it because sometimes we will say, which is a fact, Africa has the workforce, the
They
youth,
do. Yes.
right? Europe
Yes.
is aging, but here what happened, Madam Jackie,
Yeah.
as you stated, you need money.
You
We need
do.
investors with money. Let me say this, respectfully. Beautiful speeches that evokes you,
Yeah.
campaign
Right.
to get development go up and running. So
Yeah.
you need to have the financial capital. Yes,
Exactly. Yes.
it will be known that the workforce you'll be providing gainful employment for those
Yes.
here. Right or wrong, Madam Jackie?
You're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. We can sit and boast all day long about our youthful population, but what good does it do? The
I agree. Yes.
we, we have to take advantage of that. Do we want our youth in Africa to continue to risk their lives crossing the Mediterranean as stowaways in boats and going to Europe and Spain and these other countries just to be re-enslaved, for lack of a better word? No, we want to be able to provide jobs and training and education here for them to be able to build their beloved
Yes.
motherland. This is what we want, and it's rather than letting the youth risk their lives to go to other countries, why not allow the countries to bring those industries here onto the
Correct.
African continent?
Correct.
Force them to
Correct.
create industries here that will employ the youth, because that type of employment will affect families here for generations and generations to come. And for those of us from the diaspora who want to come here, and we were not the let me say the groups of people who were giving those opportunities when America was being built. Put that into your thoughts. when America was being built, it was mostly Europeans who were given the opportunities to capitalize and take advantage of those opportunities. We can see it now that um, you know, those ethnicities have generational wealth. Our motherland is inviting us, come back, come back. How many countries are giving out citizenships to say, come back? And we're just sitting on the sideline like, I don't know. Let me wait and see if other people are going. This is, I think, some of the mindset. Let me wait and see. What exactly do you want to see? Do you want to see that it has developed in order for you to say, okay, yeah, now I can go because it is now developed? Or do you want to be one of those who are leading the charge of developing? And, I say, okay, if let's say someone is 65, you want to come and you want to retire, come and set up a business, start a business. Maybe that business, your children will come and they will come to be part of that business and bring their children. So now you have generations that are here in and on the continent that are building part of the infrastructure and the industry that will lead the charge into the future. I think that is what we are continuously trying to get across to our fellow diasporas. I remember my mother sitting down and telling me a story, Diane, about how when they went back to Jamaica um, in around 1986, 87, 88, and how, my parents are on the North Coast, and there was land available, and my mom, being, one of the bravest souls that I know, she's a real OG. She wanted to buy up land on the coast and this and that. And my father was like, no, I want to keep the money in the bank. And I want to keep the money in the bank. No, he likes to see his money building up in the bank. Well, then later years to come, those lands are selling out. Multi-million dollar land along the north coast in Tower Isle, St. Mary. Had she, you know, taken that leap, has she continued to take that leap? So, I see something similar happening here on the African continent. And we are in Ghana and we will always be pushing Ghana. However, we have to um, say the continent as a whole. And who came up, Diane, and purchased all those lands on the coast? Who? Investors.
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 So you
And
can
what
take
did
a
they do,
leave,
Diane? They
copy
created
and paste now.
jobs. They created jobs for the local population. People can get work. I talk to young people in Jamaica. They can go here at this, Mr. Chin shop, and they can get a work, and they tomorrow next week them leave it and they will find another work. So it's not as difficult to be able to do all of those things. And these are now people who are going to learn about business and how to conduct business, and then their children come and see them going to work every day. And so it goes that eventually the economy will build up. But we don't want to lock people out because of our Pan-African mindsets, and we're running from the man and we're running from this. And it doesn't matter where you go, you're going to always need to move forward. You're going to
Madam
need
Jackie,
to move
a
forward.
nation needs expertise
Yeah.
in all their systems. And it doesn't
Yes.
take anything away from you, the individual. Yes,
It
you
doesn't.
have to be
Nothing.
comfortable and try to learn that. I don't know it
Yes.
all. I can learn
Yes.
from others, whether they look
Yes.
like me or not. It's
Yes.
totally, it's entirely different. I'll say this, Jackie, and then if you could read the comments and go into the rest of it. Guys, I'll say this. I don't know who is out there that this may apply to. Whether you're a man or a woman, young children or they're grown. But where you are right now, out there in the West or the Caribbean, you find that you may be at a roadblock. Things are, you're not, where you are right now, you're frustrated, right? You may have debts and you say you want to start afresh or try something. I'm saying to you, bankruptcy is an option. Many wealthy people, there's actually, you hear this story, at one point or the other, they declared bankruptcy wherever in the West they are. Took a pause, took a breather. I'm saying if that applies to you, we slipped out a while ago. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
If that applies to you, Ghana is somewhere you can come. Out of a few months, regroup, put things on hold, and come and live. There is no need because not everybody we have spoken on this, Jackie, that has extended family support. Some children now, south, east, west, sister, auntie, whatever. So you're on your own, whatever your age range is, man or woman.
Yeah.
And we are saying Ghana can be that getaway for you, just for a couple months or two.
Right.
And I'm saying to you, if you can come for even 2 weeks, kick back and look, and then make that decision. You don't have to stay in you say, boy, Jamaica or another Caribbean country of your origin is not where you want to go. I am saying Ghana can meet your immediate expectation, believe it or not. I am still here and you try. Okay? We are here. Reach out. Reach out. We'll work it out. There is no shame in anybody's game. There is no age to fit in anybody's life. As long as you are willing and you say, I'm not done yet. I am. I'm going to get through this. We are saying Ghana can provide that space where you can just be. If you feel there are too many places where you are and you want a little escape, Ghana can be that place to escape for those persons.
Diane,
Jackie,
Diane, it definitely can. Let me tell you something. It definitely can. Like when I say that, I say it with everything, with my whole chest. That Ghana can definitely be that place where you can realize a lot of your goals, your dreams, to to live and feel free and achieve if you have the right team and mindset behind it. Yeah. I mean,
nobody will know you. Nobody now book you. Chances are when the plate, but so some of those little isms that you may have, you don't have to. Because in life, there are many failures, too many. And then you cut and go through. Jackie, could you acknowledge those on the chat for me, please? And then you go into the last.
I was just going to say that because I'm reading some of the comments here. Let me say hi to my new bestie, Diane, because they're quite interesting.
Yeah. Sorry.
Miss Amanda, our top subscriber here, Miss Amanda says, greetings, Madam Diane and Madam Jackie, all people within the chat. Yes, big up yourself. Miss Amanda also agreed that tradition and culture brings stagnation. She agreed 100%.
Yes.
Simon said, please, can you give a shout out to my friend Nick Gurr? He loves your channel. Nick, big up yourself, Nick Girl, wherever you are. Hope you're joining us today.
Nick.
Yes, welcome and welcome.
Reach out and book a ticket and come. Let can receive you well.
Right? David Chambers said, Wagwan, Auntie, Wagwan, David. Big up yourself. And Miss Amanda said, this is exactly my thought. Some get upset when we speak of change. This is the 21st century, and changes need to be made in order for our country to grow. Yes, absolutely. David Chambers said, huh?
Jackie, was that from Miss Amanda?
Yes, Miss Amanda.
And guys, for those of you who don't know Miss Amanda is our honorary listener.
Absolutely.
All of you who is 73 years old, who is building out in Volti. You hear? And she agrees with anything on change. Continue, Madam Jackie. Any
Yes.
more?
We have a few choice words I can't repeat on here from Mr. David Chambers, but big up yourself, David. We know what you mean.
I
Oh gosh,
agree.
we know exactly what you mean. Yes, Miss Amanda. Sorry about the buffering. And
Mm,
Cape Coast living. Mwah. Hi ladies. Keep up the great conversation, Diane and
thank you.
Jackie. She said, it's Tasha. I'm calling up your name. It's Tasha. Just got here. And she said, we should be investing in Africa right now while it's
Mm,
affordable.
so, so,
Absolutely.
Jackie, hold on a minute.
Absolutely.
Sasha,
Tasha.
Tasha. Oh,
Yes,
okay.
I know who that is. A very, very, very dear friend of mine. Very dear.
Okay. Mhm.
She said if they came as a group, they could form a construction company. They have the skills for it. Absolutely. Ghana
Yeah.
is the perfect place to start fresh. Please declare bankruptcy and come to Ghana with your investment. Yes.
Yes, you heard it right. You say yes. Power to talk.
Because you feel
Yeah.
some will come. The women are most likely to see the dream of investment first. I have women, including myself, who feel this way. And Ghana is a place where all your dreams can come true if you come the correct way,
Correct.
guaranteed. And I fully agree and embrace that statement, Cape
Yes.
Coast living, because for me, when I talk to friends and colleagues in the West, I tell them straight up, point blank, you will have to drag me from this place kicking and screaming. I'm sorry, but like this is home. This is home for me. And I believe in this country, and I believe that this is absolutely where whatever it is that you thought of doing that is stopped by red tape or cost or whatever, in wherever you hail from, this is where you can get it done. But you do have to make sure that you have the right people in place who can guide you to realize your dream. Don't just come and think you're going to just jump in and know the system. You will be broke
Mhm.
before you know it. Let me tell you.
Yes.
You
Just
will
relax.
relax, take it easy, get good
Yes.
advice, use your brain. Don't just listen to what somebody tell you and run in on those things. That's not going to work. I've seen it happen to a lot of people. And some will come back afterward. They end up circling back around then because now you come and you go here and you go there and this person tell you that and that person tell you that, and it will all look good on the surface until you peel away those layers and you realize, but this isn't right. Maybe this person, until you see your stock was this high and it's going, see, this is how it's going, this is how it's going, and your house haven't even been built yet, you're just at foundation because you're being given misinformation. I and you and a lot of the people on this chat have no vested interest in giving anyone misinformation. We have a vested interest in assisting you, our diasporas, to come and reap the benefits of whatever you choose to sow here on this very fertile soil. The soil in Africa is fertile. It's not fertile only for growing crops, it's fertile for growing us as individuals. You understand? It will make you realize who you are and will let you see the potential that maybe you didn't feel that you had because of all the red tape and speed bumps and walls that you run into Western society. Then I opened a restaurant in the United States, and my God, I mean, it cost me so much money just to open that
I think
tremendous. The sunshine, the food, all of those things. And the opportunity is here. And do not wait. Don't wait until you see everybody else coming, because that would mean it's too late. Don't wait.
I think on that, I think what is important, which I'm trying to drive home, 4 years I'm here. Days when it feels as if I've just arrived in Ghana.
Yeah.
And I'm here for years. Nothing remains the same. We are looking at you that have been, there are persons who, thinking about Ghana from I landed. I am saying 4 years on, it's going to cost you more. Yes, even though it's not what it would have cost you in the West or at Jamaica or the Caribbean. I think it's for Jamaica. The bottom line is you could have saved that. Today, I'm imploring, turn over new leaf. Yeah? Whatever your story is, not everyone is going to make Ghana their home. I understand that.
Yeah.
But you can have a piece of Ghana, and it certainly can be somewhere you come and have a vacation.
Absolutely.
Couple months at a time.
Absolutely.
If you're no longer working. Right or wrong. Just as you have in Malika Island, there are people from all walks that I have a vacation home in Jamaica. You can have a vacation home in Ghana. It can work for you for those investors, Madam Jackie. You have a little bit of change, you do something now. Because I say to you, Ghana is not stuck in a time war. There will always be content that will show you some things. And listen, now watch that. Try to living here.
Yes.
Take the leap of faith.
Yeah.
Do not one day said, boy,
I wish.
we are trying to prevent you from saying that, boy. For those who are not interested, no problem. Because again, Jackie, I am very big. I'm not here to browbeat anybody.
Oh,
yes?
No, not at all.
There are friends that people going to live and choose to be where they want. You know who I'm speaking to? This channel is for those who complain, who literally want a way out. This is who the channel is for. Yes?
Yes.
We are saying to you, reach out. Take the leap of faith. Because do not stress can sick you and kill you. Right?
Yes.
And then we don't have to know your whole life story. All you know is that, look, we need to leave. We need a break. Right?
Yes.
Again, you have a gentleman, you're going through a rough, whether it's a divorce or whatever issue going on, you want a break, you want to start anew. Get your ticket, reach out, commando. Likewise for our ladies. I am keeping it to where those who need it will not trick you. This is not AI. AI now means.
Everything they blame on AI nowadays, Diane. Let me read a comment that someone just made. I think it's very interesting. I'm sorry I can't pronounce your name. PYA something. Sorry. He said the person said it is when it is too late, meaning too expensive, that they will see the value of what you are saying. Look at Kofi's father who bought land years ago. That is Mensa today. Exactly.
Yes.
I have a friend, Diane, who told me that back in the day, his father was being given acres of land on Spintex Road, and because of political affiliation, the father refused the land, saying, I don't want anything to do with these people. It was in Atta Mills days. And today, look at Spintex Road. Look at Spintex Road. He said every time he passed there, it grieved his heart. It tears his heart. Because this could have been his. All of this could have been his. And
look at that.
Nothing Nothing.
Guys, nobody turn food. Guys, nobody use food.
I'm telling you,
Listen.
don't
Don't.
let politics, activism, all of religion stop you from owning what is truly yours, your destiny.
And
We're
take it
here.
into change
We're
now.
here
And
giving
make it
you
work for you.
this information. Yes. We're here giving you this information. And let me tell you, me, Diane, we are movers and shakers. We're not underground because you see us on here sitting down looking all relaxed and cute. It don't mean that we're not doing anything. We're out in public, in society, getting the information on the ground to bring to you guys. What we are seeing here. You're not going to get everything in American media because media is censored depending on where you are in
In
the world. But we're
YouTube,
here on the ground.
even YouTubers here. Everybody
Yes,
putting out
absolutely.
content for their benefit, not to
Yes.
trap people to come here like I'm saying to live here. Jackie,
Yes.
I love Jackie. When I'm on the
Hmm.
road sometimes, I wish some of the people
Yeah.
from single
Yeah.
people, Jackie, to couple, them just a do.
Yes.
You hear me tell you,
Yeah.
Jackie, I can make one literally that doing back and forth, doing and I'm like, wow. But guys, I'm telling you, people are here. It's not everybody
That's
wants to
true.
come and share what they're doing, right? And I
Yeah.
don't want you
It's true.
to lose out because some of the
I know.
monies that some others telling you, you don't need quarter of that. That's why they like talk about money sometimes based on what you want to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm telling you? It's not what you
Yeah.
think it is.
It's
Please
not.
reach it. Hey, Jackie,
Yeah.
it's not what
Absolutely.
you may think it is.
Absolutely.
Eh?
Yes.
Jackie, you want to
Absolutely,
close
Diane.
out with some of the things on there, darling? Couple of the
Yes,
other
and
things on there.
without being political, I think we all have access to the news. So pay attention. That's all I will say.
Yeah,
Pay
but
attention.
you know something? Before this time now,
Yeah.
before I come to Ghana, where were you in 2015, 2016? Where were you in 20, whatever? The bottom line
Right.
is there are many people after we pass this or we don't pass it. They still sit down there
Exactly.
wondering. Do not use
Yeah.
an excuse because I'm telling you that is not enough to move
No.
you. If it were so,
Yeah.
Madam Jack, we would have time in the line. Let's keep it
Yeah.
100. If it were
Exactly.
so, we wouldn't have the time to do the line. We'd be running
Right.
around crowd of people coming in. I'm not using that.
Yes.
I am not using anything to inflame you from politics or race. You know what I'm talking to?
Right.
Those who in them little space there, them head
Yeah.
is on fire. I know what that is.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're frustrated. You're stressed out. Things not working where you are. You only have two
I
little
know.
change. You want to know if you can
Yeah.
just come and kick back. If this you can get up, just a breather.
Exactly.
It's you I talking
Exactly.
to. I'm not talking to
Yes.
nobody. It's you I talking
Yes.
to. And I don't care
Yes.
your age. You feel alone. You feel
Yes.
like burden is on you. And you just want to
Yes.
lose. You want like a couple months just easy. I am
Yeah.
saying pause. Somebody may lose their house, lose an
Yeah.
apartment, the bills piling up, the
Yeah.
relationship gone haywire, children grown, children not the time for you. Your cousin
Oh,
sister not
trust
the
me.
time.
They don't even
But you
talk to
still
you.
have some energy in you. You're not gone yet.
Yeah.
You have some fire to keep. Reach out to us.
Yeah.
That
At
is
least
what
even
we
just
do.
for a conversation based on
Yes,
your
Jackie.
particular situation. If
Yes,
for nothing
Jackie.
else, reach out for a
Yes,
conversation based on your particular situation and let us
yes,
see, okay, how does your situation fit in Ghana? And I'm going to
yes,
touch on,
Jackie.
we talk about coming here and acquiring land and those other things. It's not everybody. We do understand. It's not everybody that wants land. It's not everybody that
Yes.
wants to build. Maybe what you have, you might can come here if you have enough money. You might can pay your rent for 10 years. Believe me, the landlord will be more than
These are
happy
the
to
things
accommodate you. The
that
landlord
are
will
pushing.
accommodate you. I promise you. If you
Yes,
say I want this place for 10 years and you have your money, the landlord will accommodate you. So it's not everybody wants to build, not everyone wants to own, not everybody, some people just want a change. You just
Yes,
want a
Jackie.
change. You want a peace
Yes,
of mind. You want to
yes,
just free yourself for a minute. Yes,
yes,
it's wonderful if you have income that is coming in from somewhere else. But listen, me, I'm I'm very savvy when it comes to money. I may show you how you can get a little money from the little bit that you have right now. There's so many things, but you can't get no unless you reach out. You can't know unless you reach out.
yes.
Explore the
Explore,
possibility.
and that's what we want
Because if
to
you
come.
don't know, you don't know. Everybody
Absolutely,
is
Jackie.
showing you online. You can get this house for 80,000. You can buy this house for 250,000. But they're not showing you what other alternatives there are. Explore those alternatives. That's what
Jackie,
I'm
I'm going to
saying.
say this to you. Again, this channel is live in Ghana Real Talk. When I looked
Yeah.
into Ghana back in 2022 on some content creators channel, and I heard them
Yeah.
talking about how much money to come to Ghana. If
Mm,
Diane is alone with whatever talk, I would not be
you
on
would
here
never
on
come.
this website here now. I
Absolutely.
have a big challenge when people on the
Yes.
on this platform, on this form of media, start to drop money. I'm
Diane,
very cautious. Remember me telling you that.
Diane,
It is like it.
listen. Yeah.
Money don't
I'm,
like
I'm
noise.
glad you said that. I'm so glad
Money
you touched that.
don't like noise. Do you
No.
understand what I'm saying? And if
Yep.
you look at earlier content, I've said it. When I heard some of the figures that they were quoting, Diane,
It's
it
like,
would not be. And you know what happened? People like Madam Jackie, who through
yeah.
my channel reached out, and I facilitated her.
Yeah.
And here, Madam Jackie is running. Miss Ascot, who on my channel reached out,
Exactly.
has subsequently become a citizen of Ghana.
Exactly. She
Lived
came,
in Ghana for
started
one
her
year,
project.
is
Yes.
building her house in Ghana, and is
Exactly.
back in the States doing her grind to facilitate that.
Exactly.
If it is
Exactly.
not for me channel, and those two ladies' name I will call, one or two I can't call them because they are private, I don't like them thing louder. But I can. Jackie is now the co-host on here doing her thing. If it was not for my channel and they reached out and
Yeah.
I gave it to them plain as day. I recall in a conversation, Madam Jackie said to me, Diane, is this amount of money I have on me right now? Right? Is that enough for me to come to Ghana? No. Because she told me what she had. I Jackie now over yourself. Me
Diane,
tell you
just
something,
shut
I'm
up
on
my
the
business
bench and
now.
I'll say this.
Just
Well,
shut
she
up my
tell me,
business.
me not to tell you this is my girl. You know respect. But I'm making a point. I'm making a
Yeah.
point. How can you
No,
say
it's
to Madam
true.
Jackie, Lord, because Jackie was so fixated. I said, Jackie, don't
I
worry.
know.
Not only will you come here, you'll be able to get a decent accommodation. And I will
Yeah.
get you your apartment. Don't
And she
worry.
did.
The content is there, Madam Jackie. Jackie, this
Yeah.
is what we must continue to do.
Yeah.
Never forget
Yeah.
your early time.
Yeah.
I know man, I'm still walking there. I will never
Exactly.
drop these people that make you feel
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
we
We,
don't have this dignity.
yeah, you have to you definitely have to get something tailor made for your particular circumstance and situation. You know how they say there's a product for everybody out there. Everybody has a price point. Maybe me have to buy. I can't get a Louis Vuitton, but maybe I can buy a Coach bag. You know what I'm saying? Or I can get a Michael Kors. I might not be able to get a Birkin bag, but I can get something else. Or maybe I have to go to the dollar store, but there's something for everyone out there based on their particular situation and circumstance. Ghana is open for business. Ghana is open for
Yes,
business, guys. And let me tell you,
yes,
they are about their business. Everybody in Ghana is an entrepreneur. Everyone is an entrepreneur. So you too can come here, and if you want to be an entrepreneur, You can be an entrepreneur. Get your hustle on. Make something
Yeah.
happen. You will feel so rewarded. You will feel just like, wow, I did it. I did it. But you can't find out what you can do until you take that
Yeah.
first step and reach out and get a consultation. And I'm every time we come on, I'm going to say, guys, I have something coming down the pipe. Cape Coast Living, you know what it is. I have something coming down the pipe that I'm so excited about. And when the time is right, I'll share it with you guys, both on this channel. And this whole conversation, Diane, is getting me very, encouraged and everything. I haven't been doing much on my channel because I'm really very busy. But we'll be putting that out there, and I think it will get some people very excited because it will show what you can accomplish here in Ghana with perseverance and determination. If this is what you come to do, if this is your goal and your dream, then yes, I'm going to show you that it can be achieved. So, but you have to take that first step. Call Diane, call myself, reach out and say, hey, this is my situation. Do you think that it's possible? Let's explore all the possibilities. And we want to embrace others as well to come here and assist in building the infrastructure that we so desperately need in order to realize
Yes.
our goals and dreams here in Ghana, our motherland. you know what Burkina Faso say, motherland or death. you know we say motherland. I don't know about death, but success in the motherland. This is what I say: success in the motherland. And let us not continue to follow culture or tradition because it breeds stagnation. And I will end there with that again.
Okay, Jackie, read the last set of comments and then we can close up.
Okay. Let us. Hold on. Let me go. Okay. Let me start from here. Cape Coast Living. She said we are cute. Thank you. Okay. And unity of all people, one love from Melangion. Big up yourself.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
Paya said again, you tend to hear about African Americans, but but there are lots of Jamaicans here. Look at the path, whole heap of Jamaican there, plus those who were in Ghana years ago. That is very, very true. There's a lot of
Yes.
diasporas, a lot in Cape Coast, Elmina. I mean, you name it, because as Caribbean people,
Kumasi.
we love the ocean.
Kumasi
We
too.
love being near the sea because we're island people. So yes, this place is
Also
appealing.
Kumasi.
Uh,
Jackie,
yes,
also
Kumasi,
Kumasi.
yes. More in Kumasi than I even know, Diane, like a lot in
And this
Kumasi.
place called Pram Pram. Pram
Yes,
Pram.
Pram Pram as well. Yes, I haven't gone there yet, but I will. I can't pronounce his name. DJ Vinago said, "Why black people think they have style? Because we do." Um, Cape Coast Living says the rent is very affordable in Cape Coast. So yes, you can rent for years and not be affected at all. Very, very true. And also plenty of yardies in Cape Coast. We even have a couple of Jamaican restaurants. That is also very true. And she said, or you can get a real leather personalized for you in Cape Coast for 25 US dollars. Life is good. Oh, yes. Life is definitely Life is definitely good. Life is a beach in Cape Coast. Okay, life is a
You know
beach.
something? I will say this with that this country being 34 plus million because Mr. Manda is in Volta. I'm going to
Yes,
say this again. To each his own. Dan
yes,
S. Road is where you want to be. Because
yes.
I will always say, never it be a situation where you feel what you like, me not like, so you can't help me.
Right.
Promote Ghana, whatever you tune in, and I'm promoting based on your budget. But part
Exactly.
of the exploration when you get here, there are one or two places. Once you have the time,
Yes.
I will say let's travel to, and you make
Absolutely.
your decision.
Yep.
I will say if you're not into the building or you're not, whether
Nope.
you're here to do a year or 6 months, because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, you can say, I don't want to stay here. But if you're in
Exactly.
one region and you don't like it there, it does not mean the whole of the Ghana back. You can try something else, right or wrong.
Absolutely.
In Jamaica,
Absolutely.
the 14 parishes, many
Exactly.
hail from different parishes. It's the same thing I'm selling here in Ghana. All right. While I'm in
Yes.
Accra, somebody may not want Accra and they say that it's not a problem. And whatever
Exactly.
I'm doing, it is the whole of Ghana. But I will share with you. But the decision is
Yeah.
yours. Because never let
Yes.
it say that I manipulate you and all that because we are good
Exactly.
at doing it. We are good at the
Exactly.
blame game. Okay. Um,
Yeah.
Jackie, that's it, guys. Thanks for
And
being
let me,
on. Anything else you want to say, Jackie?
yeah, let me just say, Diane, you are in Accra and I am in Cape Coast. However, should you consult with either of us, and I'm going to speak for me, and then Diane, you can agree or disagree. If you come here and you say to me, Jackie, I want to go see Kumasi. I want to go see this. Listen, we're going to touch the road. We're going to head out. I have no problem traveling. Half bag will travel. No problem. We can go and explore and then you can say, okay, I like this or I like that. We can connect, to people in various places and arrange those things for you. And these are trusted people. So again, you want to be able to move about Ghana freely, and your safety is always definitely at the forefront of our mind. So we're going to connect you with people who we know are safe within those regions. It's important to develop a level of trust with those who you're putting yourself in their care. So that is also one
Yes.
of the things that I want to emphasize. You can't just come to
Yes.
Ghana and just come and be with anybody. You don't know these people. You see them on the internet. Yes, you're seeing us on the internet, but look at our face.
Oh, it
We're
is
here every
different.
day.
You're
And
supposed to know that. Jackie, I think I
exactly.
should know that once a year.
Yes. And part of my consultation, Diane, is total transparency, and I will make myself accountable to you. We do base ourselves and your channel and my channel on integrity. I think you and I exemplify the utmost integrity when it comes to consultations and our clients. So rest assured that you would be in good hands as far as your safety and your well-being in coming to Ghana. And I'll close
Yes,
out with
ma'am.
that.
Yes, and it's the fact with Jackie being in Cape Coast, because Cape Coast is whether you're coming for vacation or not. I found persons passing through Cape Coast, and I saw that it is so much easy once I've built. Come on, I'm Jackie. Let me tell you guys, I not when it come on to certain things, I do not suffer carelessness. I there are certain things I will not tolerate, and it will really bother me. So if I say connect and say, Madam Jackie, somebody coming ABC, I have to cover this now. If I know I am good, the worst thing is to be uncertain. And you
Yeah.
have persons coming for the first time who have gotten there and it's AY. So for that, so Madam Jackie knows that whoever she's connecting with down in Cape Coast, I don't need
Yeah.
to meet people. They just need to know one person when they say them supposed to know what I'm setting up.
Yeah.
And I'm going to trust them to take care of
Mm.
ABC. There's no need to know that I don't need to know the army.
Right.
And so therefore, Jackie will know once she said it's all good, she must know
It's all good.
because
Yeah.
she knows why I operate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Likewise, right? And I think, guys, that is I can't make it any more plainer than that.
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
dealing with Madam Jackie on the Cape Coast. And so whatever information I need or anybody I send to her is going to be dealt with properly. But
Yes.
I don't need to
Wise.
go on the name of police. I know who I'm dealing with, who I built
Right.
a relationship with.
Yeah.
Sound good? Guys, it was lovely. Madam
It was
Jackie,
lovely.
I want to hope you guys digest um, what Madam Jackie has said. Two big quotes.
Yes.
The quotes, to drop. Sometimes when you drop the quote, then you remember, Madam Jackie, you remember them?
Culture and tradition breeds stagnation. I will live by that.
Number one.
I remember the next one
And the
though.
second thing, but for pleasure. Chatting, good
Yes.
one.
Yes.
Understand.
Thank you.
Have a good weekend. Until the next live. Guys,
All right.
I'm hoping to get a special guest, Jackie. It will be a one-on-one with a special guest who has been living in Ghana for minimum 25 years, if memory serves me correct. I believe they'll have some good words of wisdom to share. So I'm trying to get me in for one day next week. And then we'll be back on the Northeast. Okay? So guys, have a good one. Take care.
Right. Well, I'm about to go. Bye bye.
Okay, that's good.
All right.